So look, you've back tested, you've been journaling, you've been watching countless videos, right? And you've been at this thing for a while, and you're wondering, why am I still losing? Why am I not consistently profitable yet? And I'll tell you this, right? The single greatest challenge that traders have, and the biggest mistake that traders make, I would say aspiring profitable traders, right? The greatest mistake that aspiring profitable traders make is focusing on the money and not focusing on becoming a great trader, right? There's a difference. I love Myron Golden. Shout out to Myron. I heard Myron put it this way, right? Regardless of what industry you're in or what endeavor you're pursuing, right? We do things backwards and wonder why, we're taking unnecessary losses. Like, losing is a part of the game. It's all a part of the game. But there is also a such thing as unnecessary losses and unnecessary time wasted. And that is because a lot of times by human nature, we do things backwards. For example, like Myron puts it, we desire to have something, or we desire to have a certain thing. The desirability to have causes us to do what it takes to have it, right? That's how we've been taught, right? But I love the way he put this. In order to have the thing that we want to have, we must do what it takes to have it. So a lot of times, like you, for example, like us, right? We continue to back test, continue to journal, continue to do the thing over and over and over and over and over. If I just work harder and keep on doing it, I'll become a successful day trader. Yeah, but no at the same time, right? And I would challenge you to shift your focus, right? To shift your focus from the money, to shift your focus from wins and losses. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. And put your focus on becoming a great trader, right? In order to do what great traders do, you must think the way that great traders think. You must become a great trader. We must become the person first. You cannot do the thing or have the thing without first becoming the person. That's why God gave us time, right? Time is a gift to mankind, man. Time is principles that's attached to this thing, man, right? Before the maturation of anything that requires growth, it must go through its process first, right? And time is the process, right? Time is the process. You must go through your time. You must go through the process of becoming the person who can trade successfully, right? And what does that look like? What do it look like? For example, in order to become a great trader, okay, you must be disciplined. You must be focused. You must master the skill set. You have to master the skill set. And then you have to have emotional intelligence. Like, this all takes work, depending on who you are, where you come from. It depends on who you are and how you think. So the reason why you're still losing, it is because of who you are and how you think. Now listen, losing is a part of the game, right? We're going to take some L's. It's all a part of the process. Losing is a part of every game. Like, in order to become better, we must go through the fire. We must take some L's. We must take some bumps and bruises, right? But if you're wondering why you're consistently taking these bumps and bruises, like, you feel like you got it, like you're right there, you feel it. And I wouldn't even doubt if what you're feeling is real, because I know, trust me, I know how it feels to be right there. And as soon as you think you got it, boom, you're starting all over back at square one. Maybe you're failing your prop firm test. You're testing out for a prop firm and then you fail. Or maybe you pass your prop firm and then you blow it right after you pass it. Like, there's been times where I was profitable in the options market for months and then lost everything, right? And it all was because of who I was and how I was thinking at the time. And even now today, right? I go through my thing where it's like, okay, I take certain unnecessary L's, because of who I am and how I think. For example, my greatest challenge is instant gratification, which is why the solution for that and the way I tackle that every day is I practice and exercise delayed gratification on an everyday basis, and I incorporate that in my life, right? I incorporate that in my life so that it, and as I do that, I watch it transfer into my trading, because who you are will show in your trading. It's not just about technical analysis. Technical analysis alone will not help you become a profitable trader. You must know how to think like a trader. I'm a registered nurse as well, y'all. I remember, before nursing school, I was in a banking industry, okay? So I went straight into the healthcare industry with no background, with no healthcare background, nothing, right? I remember all the hell that I went through to get this nursing license, man. For one, it was brand new to me, so I had to unlearn and then relearn, right? Because to become a nurse, and I work in the ICU, I've done a lot of stuff in nursing. But I understand in hindsight that the program was teaching me how to think like a nurse. I had to first get all the prerequisites, right? Before even applying for the nursing program. Then once I got all my prerequisites, I applied for the program, but then I had to get approved. And then once you get approved, there's more stuff to go through for the next few years. I went through more stuff. Like, I failed my first semester. I thought it was a wrap. Like, I put everything on the line for that, man, to be able to take care of my family. Like, that was the goal. And then I failed. And then they say, man, you only have one more time to fail, and then you kicked out. And I remember I had an epiphany. I realized that my thinking was wrong. We would get coursework, books. I want y'all to go over this content, go over these assignments, take notes during lecture, and then we're gonna quiz you on A, B, C, and D. I would read the book and try to memorize everything, and then think that I would go and take a test a couple days later and ace it. No, I was bombing it because I wasn't using critical thinking. Like, nursing is not about regurgitating information. Nursing is not about memorizing some stuff and being able to repeat it. It goes way beyond theory, right? It is applied science. So the program was teaching us how to think like a nurse. And once I got it, once my thinking changed, I was able to do the things that nurses do. And once I demonstrated that on a regular basis through theory and practice, right? I had to, before I was even licensed, I worked at all the level 1 trauma hospitals in Detroit. As a student, I proved myself that I can critically think and apply everything that I've learned, right? And in some cases, you got to do it fast, but it didn't come overnight. Man, there was times where I just felt stupid. Like, yo, what am I doing wrong? But I passed eventually. I went through my time, I went through my process, and I passed. And I've practiced in several different states, man. I've even mentored LSU students in Montgomery, students in Michigan. Like, I've mentored and oriented. But back then, you couldn't even tell me that I was going to be the one to orient and teach. You feel me? Same thing with day trading, man. And this is a whole new ball game for me, man. I've been trading for a year and a half. And now here we are again. I have to relearn. I have to change the way I think for this particular skill set. Understand to think according to the skill set. You have to become the person who can do the thing in order to have the thing. In order to become a successful day trader, you must think like a successful day trader, right? Get a coach. It'll shorten the learning curve. Get a coach so you can learn technical analysis. You can learn the fundamentals, right? The right way. I recommend Jessica Ramos, Stock Bay. That's my coach, the best educator in this game. She teach trading on all levels, man. You feel me? Forex, futures, options. Just the GOAT. You hear me? Get you a mentor. Master technical analysis. But technical analysis alone will not get it. You must also learn to master your emotional intelligence, right? You must master discipline. That's going after it every day, backtesting, journaling, studying your ticker symbol, knowing what catalysts make this ticker move the way it do, and just the ins and outs, like it's a relationship. You must learn and know this game, right? Even when you're not being rewarded, even when you feel like you're at your worst. That's why the name of my Instagram channel, or page, I should say, I'm sorry. The name of my Instagram page is called Married to Trading, because I decided, I said, once I get in this, and this is after me taking a couple of L's, like brand new, like my first week. I said, in order for me to get good at this, I'm gonna have to be married to this game. That means for better or for worse, I'm in it. Because if I'm just in this for the dopamine rush, or if I'm just in this for the money, I ain't gonna last. That's why the ones who don't last. You have to reprioritize. Put the money on the back end. Myra Golden says that money follows mastery. And it is very true. Very true. Like your skill set, right, is the thing that you need to focus on. Focus on mastering the skill set. Focus on mastering you. Focus on mastering your emotional intelligence. Focus on mastering discipline. Focus on becoming more hyper-focused on the skill set, on you. So again, the reason why you're still losing after putting in all the work is because of who you are and how you think. And don't take that as a negative thing, because I know. That's why I'm telling you. I'm still working on my thinking. I am still in the becoming phase of becoming great. So in that process of becoming, there's going to be bumps, bruises, aha moments. But one thing we cannot do is rush it. You cannot rush time. You cannot rush the process. You take an apple seed, put it in the dirt, it's not going to become an apple tree overnight. You have to overcome everything that seed has to go through, that process underneath that dirt. It has to go through its process before it comes out of that dirt. We admire the results. We admire the glory. But when it comes down to the actual story, we want to skip chapters. You can't do that, right? You can't do it. So I recommend this, man. I recommend focusing on becoming a better you. The more of a better you become, the better of a trader you'll be. And your success and you becoming better is not measured by how much money you make. That can be one aspect of it, but only if it's consistent. Excuse me, that's an airplane going over. But your progress should be measured by whether or not you stuck to your trading plan. You should evaluate your emotions during your trading, okay? Evaluate, analyze, and assess your risk to reward. You have all these things to consider on a day-to-day basis, right? You measure your progress by those things, man. Like, focus on taking base hits. That's what I still have to tell myself, because instant gratification has always been my challenge in life. Like, fear of failure, that's not me. And I understand everybody have their own, challenges and obstacles. And, me, I take risk. I would jump off the deep end and go for it, because I believe I can fly. You feel me? I believe I can fly. Just give me a couple of wings and I'm out, right? But that's not the way to do it. So for me, I have to exercise delayed gratification. I believe in myself and I know I can do it, and I believe in God. But I have to slow down and go through the process. You got to be slow roasted. You feel me? I like to be dropped in the deep fryer and thrown on a plate and let's go. But no, this is a crock pot type of thing. Like, greatness is made in the crock pot. I heard TD Jakes say that greatness is slow cooked. It's slow cooked. As long as you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, if you are back testing like you should, journaling like you should, your discipline and your focus and your execution is where it needs to be on a day-to-day basis, whether you're winning or losing, as long as you keep on doing that, man. Listen, just let time do the rest, man. Just keep on at it. Just keep at it. Just keep going. Keep doing it. Guess what? A lot of the great successful traders you look up to, they've been through this already. They've been through their process, man. They've been through the process. This is worth the bumps and the bruises that we're going through. There's many layers to why you still may be losing or why you're still losing, but this is the most common reason. Even if we just focus on this, it'll hit every single area. It'll hit all the other areas. Like if we focus on becoming better people, like better when it comes to discipline, better when it comes to our focus, better when it comes to being resilient, learning, like, what is your perception like when it comes to loss? When you lose, do you have a nervous breakdown? I know what that feel like. I ain't gonna front, but is that what's happening with you every time you take a loss? Or are you getting better with taking L's? Or are you taking losses because you use poor risk management? That's something I had to learn, and I'm still learning. But I've gotten a whole lot better. But it's like, you have to gauge all these different things. Your risk. How is your risk management? How is your technical analysis? Right? Do you fear missing out on something, on a good trade, so you go for the home run and just jump out where you see a candle take off? Right? Like, technical analysis and your EQ, right? And then risk management. Facts. Who you are and how you think is the number one reason why you are not yet a successful trader. But continue to work on yourself, continue to be a better you, continue to renew your mindset and learn to think like a profitable trader. Get you a great coach and just keep making those base hits. Pop, pop, every day. Keep making the base hits. And you're on your way. We are on our way. We in this together. This your boy Ron Legacy, man. Look, from bad trades to cash days. Listen, y'all. Follow me on my Instagram page, Married to Trading. Follow Jessica Ramos at StockBay_. I believe that's her handle. Follow her, and also Eric at Spy Day Trading. Spy Day Trading. Yeah, Spy Day Trade. Follow him. Those are two great mentors, man, I just gave y'all. Like, undeniably. Jessica's the best in this game. Stay encouraged, man. Stay uplifted and keep going. You got to go through the fire. You got to go through it. You have to go through the test. You have to be tested. You have to go through the process. You cannot skip the stage. Yeah, you may suck. Everybody suck when they first start out. Everybody suck when they first start out. When you were like maybe one, were you tying your shoe and saying your ABCs? No. And if you tried, you sucked. It wasn't your time yet. You was one. You just probably started talking, if you could talk then. Like, that applies to everything in life, man. And some things, some skill sets have several components that you have to master. And this is one of those skill sets where we have several components to master. It's not just one thing. But who we are and how we think will determine if we'll master that thing. It'll determine our integrity to stay at it and our integrity to grow. You feel me? This your boy Ron Legacy, from bad trades to cash days. We in this together, man. We growing. Let's go.